Hi, and welcome to Weekly Wisdom with Starr. Man, this week you are in for a treat with my good friend, Janyelle Hoff. Janyelle is actually a psychic who works with the police. She does incredible energy work, and we went to school. She taught me so much and really explained the components of intuition and energy work, and it was an incredible hour. And so I hope that you'll watch this, enjoy, and learn. And we'll see you on the other side. Hey guys, this morning I have the absolute pleasure of talking with Danielle Hoff, who is I have just met her a couple weeks ago and I'm already her greatest fan. She's adorable, fun, and the funniest part, Danielle, was I said to somebody, I talked to a real psychic the other day.
A real one.
I'm like, oh, okay. Part of it is I don't even call myself a psychic. I just say I'm an intuitive because there's so much weight with the word psychic. But it was like, no, she's for real. Like I don't hear, yeah, it's funny. We all have that ability. And I think that's where I want to start is talking about how we all have that ability.
Yes, that's a great place to start. Yes. Yeah. So for me, I was 3 years old when I knew I had a gift.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this a long time, although like many of you that are awakening, I want to share with you, don't be hard on yourself, right? Because we will shut down and open many times during our life because that's what we do. We're in our human body. So even when we say that we're all born with it, we have it, you still have free will, whether you want to use it or not. Right. And that's my biggest message with people is because sometimes we don't want to know. Like, let's be honest. Maybe we don't. We're not ready for that message. But for me and my journey, I shut it down. I opened it back up, shut it down. And now I'm just fully opening and embracing it in a new way. So that's fun. The thing is every day is a different day when you really live from your intuitive self, trusting your guidance from your heart center. You know, whether you see, hear, feel, or know. I was telling Starr, I came in all connected. I think we all come in connected, but at different strengths or levels, if that makes sense. Like some people are more clairvoyant, over clairaudient. Some people are more kinesthetic. It's just wherever that lies for you, that's where you want to start. That's what makes intuition easy.
Right.
And if you don't know, then just ask, how do I know when I know something? Do I need to see it, hear it, or feel it? Like, keep it simple. Taste and smell is in there too, because all our answers come through the breath, right? Through the energy of the ether, the earth. So breath is there. Taste, for you that are chefs and love foodies and all that. Yes, you get messages through your taste buds. That's just not one of my biggest ones.
Right.
It seems to be the one that keeps me away from good stuff. For me, eating meat's not always fun because I can feel how the animal was treated or, so that's not always a good thing. But you learn to adjust and adapt and move instead of getting mad about it. And so if you start with the convincer that like when I see something, then I know it's real, or when I hear it, then I know it's real. Start using that as your intuitional guide, because that's going to open up your other senses. Right. As much as you thought your senses were here to navigate you through 3D world, through the earth, they are, but they have a bigger presence, which is your journey presence with your soul. So you can hear your soul, feel your soul. Can you guys do that yet? And don't be hard on yourself. Just start playing with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one of the biggest things for me was, number one, I actually had an angel reading where the girl was like, and I was like, I always tell the story that, it was like a big gathering and this girl was doing angel readings and stuff like that. And I was kind of watching everybody and I kept putting myself at the back of the line for some reason. Until finally there was nobody but in the room but me and this girl. And I sat down with her and she did the reading and she goes, they just want you to know that you know. And I'm like, oh crap. Yes. Okay. I do. I know.
And then for days I'd be asking and I'd get, well, you already know that. And I'd be like, okay.
Yes.
And that's the funniest part too, is people always ask me, I always like to explain to people that it will come to you as thought.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this is a good,
yeah.
And a good technique is what I use with a lot of my clients is to say, and even with myself, is to go in and say your name in your head. Real quickly, just go up there, say your name.
Okay.
Hear how it sounds. Hear it. See the rhythm of it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, once you've got that, clear it. Shake your head, clear it off. Think about popcorn. And now, something out of the blue.
Uh-huh.
And then come back in and then ask a question. Ask whatever something you want to know. Maybe from your guides, from spirit. Just ask. And now listen to the difference that makes a difference in the tone, in the voice. Feel it?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so for those that go, am I just saying that because I want to know that's the truth? Here's the difference that makes the difference in that.
Right.
It comes in a different voice. I can't say it's going to be stronger, gentler, because everyone hears differently.
Yeah.
But the important thing is that you know the difference of, am I self-creating this? Or, well, we're always self-creating, right?
Right.
But am I giving myself the answer because this is what I want it to be? Or is this truth for me?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So as you do that, you'll start trusting that inner voice again.
Yeah.
Same thing with vision. See yourself and now pull up someone else. See the difference?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
That subtlety is in the energy field as what we as empathic connect to.
Yeah.
The subtle energies. And people don't get quiet enough anymore, right? We're rampant, we're racing, we're getting to the next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a breath, slow down and work. And create time to work on yourself with this. I know I do.
Mm-hmm.
I take an hour out of my day, sometimes 2 hours, to just work on my own gifts.
Right.
You know, maybe I'm working on a case or I'm working on someone missing or whatever, but I'm still working with my gifts.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So that gift to yourself is taking time to develop what you already have.
Yes. And it is already there. And it was like the other day I was trying to explain to somebody, I'm in the angel card reading and the card she pulled was wait. And I was trying to explain to her how it feels in your body when you're supposed to wait. And I'm like, well, it's like, you know, and I kept trying to lean forward and it's like, there's the, you know, and trying to describe it is like, well, there's this pressure, but it's not like a pressure like somebody's pushing. It's just, I just felt, you know, and it is, sometimes it's indescribable and it's yours.
Yes.
And so you just have to ask, what does this feel like? Can you show me this? And then go on that search and that self-discovery. You learn with experience.
Yes.
My biggest thing is when people come into the group, I first have them learn what a yes feels like. And I tell them, okay, think of ice cream. Think of something you love that you will always say yes to. What's that feel like?
Yes.
What a yes feels like. Now, think of something you would never say yes to. Something you'll always say no to, like, oh, I don't know, Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
That's what a no feels like. And that's where you start, is just, what does a yes and no feel like in my body? I loved it. I'd love for you to describe this a little bit more in detail, because I've been using it and I think I'm doing it right, but I loved it when you taught me this the other day about holding the hand up and releasing the energy that's not yours.
And
let the hand drop. And then holding the other hand up and pulling in the energy and pulling back your energy that you've spread all over. I've been using that. I get up in the mornings, and that's the first thing I do while I'm sitting on my patio having coffee, and it's wonderful.
Because you'll feel your own energy. So for those of you that go to the stores, and bigger stores can be a little bit challenger for people to go to when you're empathic and you're feeling, because you don't know if you're feeling their energy, your energy, like what just happened. Or have you been in a store and you're in a great mood and you get behind someone impatient in the checkout line, and all of a sudden you became impatient and you don't even have a reason to be impatient. Like there's nothing else going on that you need to get to, but all of a sudden you don't want to stand in line anymore, right? And you're like, what? Yeah. Woo! Give that energy back to that person, right?
Right.
So how I do it, and I work with my hands a lot. So if any of you decide to work with me, you'll know I work with my hands a lot because my eyes can see my hands, right? So that's a convincer. So we're going to use your physical convincers, your mental convincers, and your spiritual convincers, because why not have 3 convincers, right? Like we like to know that we know that we know.
Right.
So when you feel drained, and a lot of us are drained because we're in other people's energy fields, right? We're in other people's drama. We're in other people's, especially if you're working with others, whether it's spiritually, psychologically, just in an office setting. You pull people's energy because we're always absorbing and allowing and resisting and allowing, and right. So there's just, if you get really quiet with your body, you can almost feel your body do this. You ever feel that? Yeah, that's energy. That's life. That's right. So that's happening out there. So when you're like, why am I drained? I haven't even done anything. Pull up one hand, doesn't matter, left or right. Give them all back their energy. And as I tell Starr, what I say inside is I'm giving them back their energy, and my hand will fall away when all energy's been returned. That way, you're not sitting here for an hour thinking that you don't have energy, right?
Right.
Like you don't have.
My hand's been falling quicker and quicker since I've been doing it too.
Yeah, like, it will, because you're keeping your field clear. My ear just fell out, guys. Sorry. This is real life. Here we are. But that's why you do it, because otherwise, if you're not knowing the difference yet, if you never given energy away or received it consciously, you're not going to know what it feels like. So using your hand, you're going to pull it up, and you're just going to ask all energy flow out of your hand, giving it back. And you that are visual, see it flowing. Those that are auditory, hear it flowing. Kinesthetic, feel it flowing out of your hand. We're going to return everyone's energy. Now, for you that just said, because I just heard it, I don't want to be disconnected from this person. This does not disconnect you. What it does, it keeps a line of connection that is free of the debris, of the chaos, of the good, bad, right, or wrong. Okay?
Yeah.
So you're giving them their energy back. Here's your hand, giving it back. And I say inside, my hand will fall away when all energy is given. And your body will sigh is another sign.
I'm sighing already.
Yep. Breathe that out.
Oh, the hand. I was like, it was just sitting here.
So quick, like, whoop, there it went. Yeah. And then with the other hand, you're going to pull back all your energy that you gave to people.
Yeah.
So those people that worry over you, that you're like, quit worrying about me, I'm okay. Do you feel that when people worry about you? Sometimes, like, they pull your energy and you're like, what?
Stop it. Just stop it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to take all our energy back.
Yeah.
Through this hand. Again, you say the same thing in your head. My hand will fall away when I have all my energy back. Your body will sigh. And don't worry if it's a small sigh or a large sigh. You know, people are going to get in all kinds of judgment with themselves.
Yeah.
Just trust the process. Love the process that works for you.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, that comes to me about, I've been seeing this a lot lately, because, you know, I mean, the planets are being wonky, and there's astrograde, retrograde and eclipses and stuff like that. And I've been just explaining to people this, you know, make of it what you will, set your intentions, decide what you want to release, all that stuff. And I keep hearing spiritual people saying, well, you should be doing this or you should be doing that. And I'm like, don't be shitting on people.
Yes.
Just let people experience what they want to experience, but don't tell them it has to be this way. I love that, you know, we're all free. We're all, oh yeah, we're going to be all spiritual. We're going to, you know, go against the flow and go create our own rules. And then we create rules for other people.
Yeah, there are no rules. If you have a rule, it's wrong. It's based in fear. Like, there's a reason you need a should. Yeah, I just read someone's post earlier about make sure you write down your intentions tonight. And I thought, and this is just how my brain works, so welcome to my world. But I thought, sucks for those with no hands. You know what I mean? Like, really? Here's what I do. I write them on my heart. I truly, intentionally put them right here, right in my center line. Put the intention in your heart.
Yeah.
If you're visually, allow it to come up through your mind, through your tunnel, through your channel, to your brain to say, thank you, I got this. Let's create it.
Heck yeah.
Keep it simple.
I know, right? Oh my God.
There's a reason why people say childlike beliefs.
Yes.
Because a child can believe so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how do you know when you know a little bit, because I just feel spirit. So this conscious mind, as much as you all love it and create it, it's still small. It still thinks small, right? It still filters information for us, which thank you for that, because we don't want thousands of things coming to us at once. But the opposite side of that is that it can sometimes want its own way. Well, I want it to be red, but it's clearly blue. Or when they're pregnant, yes, you're going to have a girl. Oh, are you sure? Let's do that again. I really want a boy. You know, like the power of the mind. Let's just like, so this little filter system that you have is amazing. But when you learn to work with it, it becomes the unconscious, conscious mind. Things become more conscious. The filtering doesn't eschew you anymore. You all have perspectives of how you believe and view the world because that's how you live it. But if you can rise above that and observe your world, ask, is this really the world I want to create? Is this really what I came here to do? And we're not judging it good, bad, right, or wrong, because that energy's gone. That energy is just, it's releasing out of earth. It doesn't even make sense to people anymore. If you like something, like it. Embrace it. Quit worrying about 10 other people don't like it your way.
Right.
Those are the 10 that's going to enjoy it with you anyway. There'll be 10 more, right? So when we get out of our self-judgment and our people pleaser, we can come up to this mind and say, work with me. Open up my filters of my values, beliefs, programming, right? Those should, coulds, and woulds are meta programs that we learned from when we were a child.
Yeah.
Our imprinting stage. And sometimes they no longer work for us today. So it truly is okay to change them. Did you know that? It's okay not to believe the way your mother believed how to cook, bake, or act. Right? It's okay that if you're more masculine than feminine some days, it's okay. Just give yourself a moment to say, I'm just okay where I am. Because until you come into that allowing, you're not going to change anything. You're going to resist change. You're going to look back and say, why can't I change this? It's because you're not okay with it.
Yeah.
Right? For those, and a lot of empathic people struggle with addiction. It's because we feel everything. Mm-hmm. And those chemicals and whatever you, or even workaholic, it doesn't have to be a physical addiction. It could be a mental addiction, whatever. It numbs that inner space of, I don't want to feel this anymore. I don't want to hear anymore. It's too much for me. So if you're struggling with that, if you're struggling with a fibromyalgia, all those things are created because the muscular system is like, no more. But who's telling your muscular system no more? Here it is. Yeah. The body follows the mind.
Yeah.
Right?
Uh-huh.
And the mind follows spirit.
Right.
So when you align this with your spiritual being, and we're not talking religious, we're talking spirit, soul, light, energy, whatever you believe in, take it to your realm. Mm-hmm. Come in here and ask, what's my highest intention for me?
Yeah.
Then do that, right? How many people go, what's my purpose? What's my purpose? I must need this big purpose. Well, your purpose is big when you create it to be. But if you say, oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. Oh, I'm just a receptionist. You're poo-pooing on your own purpose.
Right.
Because without you, nothing else can happen. Do you know that?
Yeah, I said that to one of my clients the other day. I said, your purpose is really what you're here to learn that you can share with other people.
Yes.
But you learn it first. It starts with you and you becoming whole, you becoming fulfilled, happy, joyful, living the life you want. Then you share that. Then you spread that around and teach other people how to do it. And that's your purpose.
Yes.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not everyone's purpose is to read and do readings and energy. Your purpose may be healing. Your purpose may be still in the 3D world of being the CEO of the company. Doesn't mean you're not intuitive.
Right.
So we don't all have to be light workers healing the body. We can be light workers healing everything and everyone, right?
Everyone
in a bigger spectrum. So don't get in this closed-mindedness that, oh, I'm not a light worker because I don't know how to heal people, or I don't know how to help people heal. I don't, right? Those are all blocks.
Yeah.
The easiest thing for purpose and awakening I can say is, what did you do in childhood? What did you play? And we talked about this last time. Yeah. Remember I told you I used to sit in my room and like I was teaching people that weren't really there. But I was the teacher and I was telling them what to do and how to do it.
Yeah, I was always playing school. Even though
yes!
it was an imaginary class and nobody was there. And then we were moving out of our house in Moss Beach, California. Mom came in and then found that as we were moving out of our house, discovered that I had written in chalk all over my closet. She was so pissed.
But it was fun and free, right? We don't know.
Teaching people. And I even tried to be an actual honest to God school teacher for a while. That's not it. No.
Yeah, because you see that and go, oh, that's what teacher means.
Yeah, no. My definition is, and it's really funny, even since I've been talking to you and kind of really opening myself to my attachment to anything, just going, I'm just here to serve and I'll figure it out and find it. But I'm here to teach. And so I will keep teaching people. Some people will pay me for it. Some people won't, but I am here to teach people how to do this and how to make better decisions, how to do what they do and live their life and be happy.
Yes. Yeah. So we all have purpose. We all have that, but to connect and know truth, right? Because you want to teach people from the truth of you. Mm-hmm. So we're not here to give you advice. We're not here to say you need to do this, this, and this. We're here to get you to listen to your own inner voice, to your own intuition.
Exactly.
You know, it is not that we're not showing up and not committed, because we are very committed, right? But the commitment's in you.
Yes. Yeah.
The commitment's in you. And so we become, sometimes I feel like I become the mirror of people so they can see themselves. Even a lot of times I know they see it, they're just not ready to acknowledge it, right? We've been there.
Right.
But if you can have that guidance to say, well, this is what I'm seeing in you, this is what I'm feeling in you, guess what? You still have your free will to say, I don't care, or no, I don't want to do anything with it. I want to keep it. It's your choice.
Yeah.
Right?
I know. It was a client the other week, and I did a reading for her. And it was like the second or third reading I'd done for her. And she's like, yeah, I knew I had to get a reading. And then I thought, oh man, I'm going to get my ass kicked. Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Just a gentle reminder that, stay true to you and stop creating the drama and do your thing, be happy.
Yeah. And don't attach to people's outcome.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that again.
Say it again.
Because I know there's a lot of people in here that's on the spiritual journey and saying, why am I not there yet? You're right where you need to be. You're right where you need to be. There's no race. We're all here. Yeah. I'm not any more advanced than you are.
Yeah.
I'm right here with you. That's why our energies match. But like attracts like. Here's the key, though. You've asked for someone to tell you. You've asked for an answer. You've asked for, there's got to be more than this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this searching journey path. And just because we can do what we do doesn't mean that we don't search for more either. We're human. We want to experience it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So as we're creating our lives, you guys are creating your lives. That's what makes it beautiful. Yeah. And some people physically see. Some people don't physically see. However you see what works for you. Mm-hmm. But if you keep denying it, you're going to shut it down.
Yeah. And things manifest inside of you that are going, no, you're denying. It was so funny. I did a post the other day because I had a terrible Monday. I had the crappiest of Mondays, and self-doubt was in there, and just, you're crap, you don't know anything, what do you think you're doing, da, da, da. And I mean, I have all the tools in my toolbox, and I was working with all the tools in the toolbox, and finally I got to the end of the day, and I was just like, all right, I'm just not going to listen to this anymore. I'm done for the day.
It's a choice.
I'm going to just not listen to it. I'm tired. It'll be better tomorrow. And boom, it went away. And I was like, oh shit, I should have surrendered in the first place. Okay. Damn. Why didn't I think of surrender?
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's not all unicorns and rainbows. We do have
No, because we've been taught that we need challenges in our life.
Yeah.
Have you talked to a child and you never told him what no meant?
Oh my God.
What would happen? They wouldn't create a life with no in it. They'd have everything they needed because that belief would never have been surfaced to even be available to them. So a lot of why you're not where you want to be or where you think you should be is all in your belief system.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's the imprinting of the energy that I work with to move those beliefs. Do you need to go back and say, who put that belief in me? No, because then you're just going to create a story and be mad at that person. Who cares where it came from? Get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
And that's your free will. If you want to hold on to a belief system, you can't. You're going to keep getting the same results though.
Right.
So when you can actually take the word change and go, I love change. Whoever says that, right? Well, I do now because I love it, but I didn't start there. What? What? No, you white knuckle it and you hold on to one last thread because don't change.
I've got to be right about this. I've got to be right. No, I'm not.
Yeah. People do that with their practices, with their yoga, with their, meditation. Oh, I got to do it at 10:45. That's when my angels show up. What? Right? We get in these silly little beliefs and we're like, where does that even come from?
Right.
So when you work with your conscious being, when you work with consciousness and you really stay in the present moment of now, because I'm right here with you. I'm not thinking about my laundry. I'm not thinking about clients over there or blah, blah, blah. I'm right here with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only moment you have.
Yeah.
This is the only moment you can create from.
Right.
Right? What could I do with laundry if I'm sitting here? I can think about it and I can wish somebody throws it in the dryer. I can wish someone folds it, but until I go do it.
Yeah.
But what do we do? Well, I don't like what's in front of me, so I'm going to avoid in my head with thoughts and stories.
Right. Yeah.
So we're going to release avoidance today if you are willing and ready.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not, just say no to the energy. It'll go around you. But if you're willing and open and ready to release, go for it. Say yes and let the energy come through you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, there it is. Yes, yes, yes. And it just comes through. Some of you may feel it. Some of you may not feel anything, and you'll notice it later. But we're resisting. We're releasing resistance around avoiding so that we can be totally present in the now moment of the now moment. There you are. Some of your minds just went blank, and you're like, wait, what? Where am I? I know I'm watching this, but what? That's okay. That's called a shift.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, and doing this on tonight of the eclipse of the ending of the old energy, what an embracement. Like, amazing. Because all this is going to release so you can create new. Your old stories won't work for you anymore. You will even hear your victim story and go, really? All right. Yeah. Yeah. This will shift you and change you. Here comes the energy system printing.
Oh, man. Oh.
Breathe it. Feel that? Yeah. Yeah. For those of you that aren't feeling it, you're still getting it. You'll just see it in your world. Just trust it. Trust it to happen. Trust it to be. There it goes, shifting up into a new reality, a new let go of old perspectives, old patterning. Oh, there we go. Things that no longer work for you, no longer come to mind for you. What? Yeah, you're going to have to think new thoughts.
I know.
What?
I can't even tell if Scott's over here listening. He's only halfway listening.
I'm not.
Okay. He's going to listen.
I'm going to listen to what later?
He's so fun. There we go. Yeah, take a moment with yourself. Whew. There's a beautiful alignment happening right now. And whether you listen to us live, recorded, the energy's always live.
I just got flushed, like hot. That's, yeah. Nice.
What's that mean to you when you get hot? Let's walk them through this a little bit since you just experienced that. What does that mean to you when you get hot? Is that a release? Is that a,
Yeah.
what is that?
Sweating out, releasing, letting go of stuff. You know, it is hot in the area, but this just came over as like a flush of just, whew, yeah.
So your
And
energy field changed.
yeah. And it's like, I can just feel this, just need to
Feel
just
that?
get that out, let that go.
Yes.
Even,
yes.
yeah, that, just
let it go.
out.
Some people get chills because they're releasing truly from their kundalini, from their root. So there's some people will get chills up their spine when that happens.
Yeah.
Your body may want to move or adjust. Let it happen. I don't know why we're so stagnant. Like, let's not move. We're getting energy. I'm receiving. Really, I'm receiving. And you're like,
yeah.
Breathe it out.
It's like, because you're right. I mean, a lot of times when I'm like hit the nail on the head with a client or read something, I get the chills, and it's like, okay, yeah, I got that confirmation that it's right. This is different. It's just this. I mean, the air conditioners on, the fans are going, and still, that flush just came.
This is an energy-filled release.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How exciting!
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, that's awesome. Receive that. Thank you. Yes.
You.
Receive that.
Nice.
That does feel good. Yeah.
That feeling good. That's a thing. As we talk through this, I always tell people, if it feels good, keep following it.
Yes.
Yes.
Because it's truth for you.
Yeah. And then if you get to a no, change directions. Go a different way.
But here's what we're taught. Let's go back a little, because if it feels good, it must not be good. Because what? How many times have you heard if it feels right, it's not right? Or if it sounds too good to be true, it's not true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Aren't those people's limiting judgments and beliefs?
Oh, yeah.
Well, this can't be this easy to do this.
Right.
Do you know, like if you played, so I'm not a piano player, but sometimes people just pick up the piano and can play it like they played for years and never had a lesson.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why can't that just happen? Right?
Yeah.
No, we're taught we need all this instruction. We need all this degree and alphabet soup behind our name, and we need to go through all this struggle so that we have adulted, or we have arrived,
proof, or we're certified, or whatever.
Yes, yes.
Coach, but I've lived life for 53 years on the planet, and I'll tell you what, I know some shit.
Yeah. And it wasn't through that, right? It was through releasing all that and finding out what truth is. And I'm not saying don't go to school, don't do those things.
No.
But keep them in your bigger perspective of how does this align in my purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really funny. It's such a journey too, because it's like, well, part of my journey has been teaching people about universal law and manifesting, and oh my God, that's such a buzzword these days. And the funniest part is, and I'm releasing, this belief is going out right now, as a matter of fact, but I'm teaching it. I'm getting it. My students are rocking it. They're manifesting all kinds of shit. Scott is manifesting clients.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait, I could teach this. I could help other people do it. Why are the clients not flooding to me now? Why am I not filling my classes? I think it's probably because I believe that I could teach other people to do stuff, but I can't necessarily do it for myself. Sorry, I had that belief. And so it's like...
So you just answered yourself.
I did. Well, okay, I'm going to just make this truth that I can totally do it for other people, but I can't do it for myself. That's really what the truth is.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Because here's the truth, guys. You can't give away what you don't have. Do you know that?
Yeah.
You cannot give away what you don't have. And people say all the time, oh, I love you, but they don't love themselves. So that's why you don't feel love when they say it.
Yeah.
You always wonder, why does that feel empty when they say that?
Yes. And I'm always...
And if you really look at it, they don't even take care of themselves, but they're there to take care of you and make sure.
Yeah.
But it feels heavy and it feels not like love. And you're like, what's wrong with this? It's because they can't give it away truly from their heart if their heart's not open to it.
Yeah.
So that's why when we talk about being selfish, we're not saying being stingy. We're saying being selfish with your time to make sure you're full. Have that self time with you so that when you show up for others, that you're abundant. If I show up in the dark with a lamp with no oil in it, where are we going?
Yeah.
But if I take the time before I go into the darkness with you and fuel the lamp, we're going to see the journey. We're going to see the light. The light will guide us. Yeah.
I could just sit here and just, okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But a lot of people give, and forget to receive.
Right. And
Right?
that's huge. As a matter of fact, that's one of my main focuses. I have the law of compensation, and I'm like, it keeps saying you have to be generous with what you have in order to receive. And I'm like, no, you have to train yourself to receive, because we're taught to give. We're taught to give and give and give, and never have an expectation of receiving. And it's out of balance. You have to receive.
Yeah.
Giving and receiving are the same. And so
yes.
if you don't,
and receiving can come in many ways.
Yes.
Not always money, it's energy.
Mm-hmm.
So receiving, even, for me, when I work with clients, I truly in my head, when we're done, go, where did I just hear me in my life? Right? Because you're showing up as somewhere in my life for me too. Even though it's your session and it's guiding you, it does help the healer. If you can pull that through, you will move light years and you won't stay stuck in their energy with them. Because truly what you're saying to others, you need to hear yourself.
Yes.
Think about this. You hear your own self best. Mm-hmm. So for those that like hypnosis and and I do that, that's fine. But if you record it in your own voice and just listen to it, guess what, people? I know all the hypnotists are going to go, you're still hypnotizing. You're still in trance. We're always in trance. We live in trances. Mm-hmm. Trances are perspectives. What we do with hypnosis is we lower that little critical factor that goes yes, no, right here with the filter. Mm-hmm. We kind of open it through breath and through relaxation to get you calm so that we can implant what you want. You can do it yourself. Mm-hmm. Start recording and listening to them, just as you listen to people on YouTube and other things that are doing these amazing activations, recording. You truly have your voice inside of you. If you will just listen to it and quit fighting with it. Man. And get connected. Mm-hmm. Stay connected. Yeah. Most people are either on the analytical side or the empathic side. Like, let's bridge that together. Let's bring that into oneness.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things I love is I explain, the law of vibration, that we all vibrate at a certain frequency. And it's like, you think a thought, it triggers something in your brain produces a chemical, boom, you have a vibe.
Always vibing.
All over that shit. It's like every wave, and you can't not do it. So fill that with good stuff. Fill that with positive thoughts. Get those chemicals working for you.
Yeah. For those of you that think that you came here to learn many lessons the hard way, I'm here to tell you, you already know everything. Mm-hmm. You've created lessons from 3D energy. Your soul will play with you. There's never a wrong choice. No. Your soul will embrace whatever your heart wants to embrace in the moment. Mm. And I say that to help you release forgiveness. Because we beat ourselves up so much about our past, or why did I do that? Why did I do this?
Why didn't I listen to myself? Why didn't I? Because if you had been able to listen to yourself at the time, you would have, but you didn't, because you hadn't.
Wasn't timing. Yeah, you need to experience something, or you wanted to experience something because you thought that's what was right for you. You always think what's right for you. Right. But here's the key. You let someone else come in and tell you, because we're taught we need to learn from someone else. Right? We learn that in kindergarten now. Sit down and listen. Mm. Well, sit down and listen to yourself for a minute. See what you really like, right? Because I'm going to tell you, in my journey, I was like, oh, you like pink? Okay, I like pink. I didn't know what I liked. I didn't care what I liked. I just wanted to be accepted, right? So there's points in our lives that you got to finally go, what? What do I want to be? Who am I? Yeah.
You strip away all
I love to journal through the senses. That's one thing I work on. What do I see like today? What do I feel like today? What do I taste like today? What do I hear like I am today? Because it'll bring you into your essence of your energy, right? Because you're connecting your senses back into the essence. Yeah. Most of us are taught to use our senses to hear out here in this world. Mm-hmm. Turn it back in.
What do I taste like?
What do I taste like today?
Fudge.
Hot fudge. I love that. Yeah.
Fudge Sunday.
Yeah. But your I am is what creates your reality.
Mhm.
So if you can grasp your unconscious mind and start I amming it, I am this. I already have this. It doesn't say I amming. It's not coming. It's already here. Let go of the ing words because they keep you in angst of time.
Right.
Right? Well, it hasn't showed up yet. I must order it again.
I know.
Don't we do that when we manifest? Well, I want this to happen.
Now. It's not here. Okay, fine. I'm doing it wrong. Well, then
Yes, we beat ourselves up. Or, oh, it must not have been for me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That one. No.
Yeah.
You know, but I think one of my favorite analogies was like, it's like ordering from Amazon. You place your order, you know it's going to show up.
Yes.
That's it. You just don't leave any room for doubt. You just it's done. It's a done deal. It's happening. And that I think
use the universe the same way. But here's where we're taught in school is to question it, question everything. When you question, even in your intuition, when you question manifestation, when you question truth, what do? You
put doubt in there.
You put doubt. You askew the lines.
Yeah.
So if you can stay out of when, where, and how, and just keep creating, oh my gosh, what life comes so easily. You're like, really? I just snapped my finger 2 weeks ago and I said that.
Yeah.
But we go, why isn't it here yet? Why isn't it here yet?
Yeah.
And I always go back to the analogy. Next time you go to a restaurant, I want you to think about this because you'll giggle now. But think about the waiter come to get your order. And he takes it. He's got what you want, your vegetables and everything. And he's taking it back to the cook. And he's walking around and it's been 2 minutes. And you go, hey, where's my food? Or where is it? What's it going to look like? Oh, can I change it to this instead?
How's he going to cook it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Should I go back there? Look how controlling we are.
Yeah,
We're trying to control our manifestations.
Yeah.
If you leave the later alone and you pay attention to what's in front of you, your family or whoever is joining you, you enjoy that company, how much quicker does it come?
Yeah.
So when you put your focus on it, a lot of times after you ordered it, you're pushing it away. You're saying it's not time yet. It's not worthy because you haven't allowed yourself to feel it showing up. Do you think about that when you put your order in? You know they're going to serve you, right? They're supposed to bring your food to you. We don't keep bugging the waiter. Quit bugging the universe. Start playing and pay attention to what's in front of you because probably what's in front of you is what the steps are to create that to get here.
That's where you
Here's the cool thing about the eclipse of this time is that our timelines are diminishing. Things are going to show up quicker, faster. And everything that's in your life right now, yes, you manifested it. So be mad at yourself if you don't like it. No, don't be mad at yourself. Change the thoughts up here.
Yeah.
Change the programming up here to change the frequency of what you are receiving. Because you're creating in every moment. So if you want to judge your day crappy, you're going to have a crappy day.
Yeah.
That's only one perspective of a million, of a trillion.
Yeah.
Every moment you have the ability to choose your free will. That was given to you.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know how to use it. Right? Most of us don't know how to use our free will. We think, oh, that's just supposed to happen. No. You are your power center.
I know. I'm supposed to struggle. It has to be a struggle to make it happen. And I remember seeing the great coach Thomas Leonard one time, and they were like, what do I do with my struggles? And he goes, well, I would just really question why struggle at all.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Now, some people are motivated by fear. Do you know that? Some of you are motivated by the fear, the lack of mentality.
Anger. And I'm like, what? I don't get it. I can't work with those people. But yes, some people are motivated.
Yes, you can. But yeah. Yeah.
I choose not to work with those people. Let's put it that
There
way.
you go.
There you go. I could choose not, but I choose not to. But yeah, people have different ways. Who am I to say? I can tell you what works for me, and we know the principles and the laws of the universe, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you you have to do it that way.
No, you got to come in here and find out how's it work for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, some of you, and I know because when everybody starts awakening, and I say that everybody because it's like 99% of us, and the one that denies it can deny it. But when people start awakening, they sign up for every training, every tool, every grasp, right? Yeah. They'll spend thousands and millions of dollars and they're in their same spot after all that money was spent. And then they go, what? Why didn't that work for me?
Yeah.
Remember, we as light workers are telling you our journey and we can help you, but you got to do the action.
Yeah.
This is not osmosis. There is action.
Yes, absolutely.
And action comes from your heart center.
Right.
So you'll never get a 5-step program out of me. You'll never hear me say, do this before this.
Nope.
You're not going to get that. Now, you may hear your heart say it,
yes.
and your heart might align with it, and then you go do it. But if you think that just by signing up for programs and getting this awness is going to change you, you got to work with the vibration to keep it going, right?
Yeah.
When people are sick or depressed, and I'm not saying that we all haven't been there because I've been there, but the one thing I laugh at now is they'll be like, well, why don't I have any energy? Really, you're not moving. Energy is movement. Mm-hmm. So if you're laying in the bed for 6 weeks and you have no energy, there's a purpose to that. It's because you haven't moved. You have to move energy to create more energy, right?
Right.
And that's hard when we're depressed. But depression is your resistance of releasing anger. Mm. You're suppressing it so it doesn't come up. You're suppressing it. Go get her. You're suppressing her.
Yeah.
Right? You're suppressing. Because what if you let that bubble up and you just say, here's all my crap, help me through it? How much better would that feel? But we get locked in judgment of they're going to judge me, they're not going to like me, no one's going to be able to help me, I'm not worthy. All those things are...
That manifests too, because that's what you're creating. You're creating your experience.
Yes. So baby steps, step it.
Absolutely.
Even if you get out of bed for 5 minutes, that's better. That's 5 minutes you weren't in bed. That's 5 minutes you got your butt off the couch.
Yep.
Those are successes.
Yep.
But not because they weren't an hour, because that's what we do to ourselves, right? We put an expectation here when we're here. Let go. Let go of expecting. When you use your words, and I'm all about words. I should have been a wordsmith, I swear. But it's in there somewhere. But when you even say the word expect, what does that tell you? It's outside yourself. EX. Exit. Outside, right? Exit.
Oh, yeah.
Without me. Outside of me. When we set intentions, when you hold intention, you're not holding expectation.
And
you hold intentions of love. It just is.
Yeah. And it's in.
There it is.
Yeah.
It just is. I just do have this in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I just do this in my life.
Yeah.
I don't expect it to be this, that, or that, because then what do you do? Well, if I expect it, then I'm going to put how should it come? When should it come? Right? Oh, those 3 questions just came back.
Yeah. So you let go of your attachment to the outcome.
Let go of your attachment to the outcome.
But yeah, you just, there it is, placed my order. I'm going to go.
There you go. And then you go be you.
Yeah.
But we're taught that we're supposed to work for something. Remember, we're taught that. You got to work for everything you have. So there must be something I need to do. Let go of that old belief system. I ordered it, and my heart will guide me to the actions.
Mm-hmm. And I just heard when. Oh my God. So like, when's it going to happen?
It's already happening. It's already happening. Already happening. Everything is already happening. That's why when you listen to philosophers, or whether you're from the Christian religion, that religion doesn't matter. But you'll hear them say there's nothing new created under the sun. The only thing is you've taken yourself out of play because you got really rigid. And maybe your parents were religious, and that's how you found this rigidity of I got to work 40 hours and I got to do this and I got to do. Woo! That's heavy just even trying to get that out of my voice. Right? What about, hey, I love to do this, and I'm going to find a creative way to get paid to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep it that simple.
I always love the things like, you have to have a plan. I'm like, I don't do plans. I'm sorry.
Because plans never work out anyway, and then you're just frustrated.
I have a list, and then I see the list, and it pisses me off because, so I don't do plans. I go. I follow.
Show up and follow the energy.
Exactly.
99% of manifesting is just showing up.
Right.
Because you want it to show up, right?
Right.
If you're not showing up, it's not showing up.
Exactly. It's so funny.
And a lot of healers and a lot of light workers, when they begin with this little, what do you want to call it? I call it the, what's the word? The Mary attitude that I should have nothing. And, yeah. I
don't know. I just like, I'm working from spirit, so I don't
have
a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. You're allowed to be abundant. You're allowed to have things, right? Yeah. But if we come up with and I think about a lot of times of the Catholic religion, I guess, of how, they give everything away and go into this poorness.
Yeah.
And maybe that works for them. I'm not judging them. But I can tell you at the end of some of their lives, they're hunched over because they've given so much from their marrow. They've given so much, right? Why is her name Saint
Teresa?
Teresa, thank you.
Yeah.
The voice from beyond.
God's listening now. Sorry.
No, I love it. But that Mother Teresa mindset does not work today. Yeah. She did amazing things, yes. Yeah. She had a lot of stuff, but no one knew, right? Because she presented this, I just give.
Yeah.
You've got to be in balance with your giving and receiving. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to quit. You're going to do all those things that aren't right for you because you're frustrated.
It's flow. And
it's flow.
I can help more people. The more wealth I attract, the more abundance I attract, the more people I can.
Because your vibration's up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
like
you have more.
Light bulb. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It's because. And
in people in other countries that don't trade through money, maybe it's, man, if I had another bushel of apples, how many more people could I feed? Do you see it?
Yeah.
Money's energy. Quit pulling it into all these stories.
Right.
You got to release your money stories.
And I did, bless my heart, my group. I went to them this week and I said, or a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, here's my money story. And I've been struggling with it. And I'm in the middle of filing bankruptcy and all of this stuff. And I'm letting that go. I'm confessing it. I'm releasing it. I'm letting go of the shame because thousands and millions of people have done this, and today I signed the papers and I'm done. And I literally did that day, signed my papers and went and put my feet in the Colorado River and just let it go. And amazing stuff has been showing up since then.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing.
Yes.
So just let go of the shame of that story and let go of that story.
Yeah. Less stories you have in the mind, the quieter your mind.
Yes.
Do you, how do I want to say this? Do you struggle with racing thoughts out there? Do you struggle with the racing thoughts? The mind just keeps going. Maybe when you lay down, maybe when you get up.
The monkey mind, as I always call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you quiet the monkey mind? Here's a simple technique, guys. This is so simple. You're going to be like, why didn't nobody tell me this before? Okay, take your tongue, put it at the roof of your mouth, apply a little bit of pressure, and I'm going to exaggerate it. You don't have to do it this way. And breathe. Quiets all thoughts. Here's your thought processor. All your thoughts, tip of your tongue. That's why when you read in scriptures or you read, your tongue is this, your tongue is that. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
For those of you that just want to hold your tongue, you can do that too. And just press down on that part of your tongue. It stops all thoughts.
So
because this is your linguistic center.
I gotta throw this in really quickly. When I was practicing martial arts, Southern Chinese Kung Fu, our breathing techniques called Qigong, the first thing we did was we learned to put the tongue on the roof of your mouth, breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and it makes a big difference in meditation.
Yes.
It really does.
Yeah, nice.
Because
Okay.
it stops the thoughts.
Yeah.
It stops you going to the laundry room when you're supposed to be spiritually aligning. It stops you ordering your food later when you're like spiritually aligning.
Right. So guess what? Remember I said we'd start talking and we'd go, oh, look, it's 11?
I know.
It's 11.
Yay.
Thank you so much. I'm going to end our recording and continue our conversation for a couple of minutes, but
okay. If anyone needs to connect with me, you can get your information from Starr.
I'm gonna do the links and everything like that for sure. But typically I wait for, put you in the lineup later. I'm releasing it today. It's going out today because it's my people, they need it. We all, yes. Yay, okay. Say bye.
Bye. Stay in peace, my friends.
Wow, wasn't that awesome with Janyelle? Oh my gosh, she was wonderful. Now next week, we have the absolute pleasure of talking with my good friend LT Dixon, who is the Reset Goddess. But if you like this video, be sure and like, comment, share it out to your network, and subscribe to my channel. If you want to find me on Facebook, you can check us out at facebook.yonderstar.com, and don't forget to book a reading on my website at www.yonderstar.com. Have a great day. We'll see you next week.